Hello and welcome to the Wise Earnings channel. My name is Mambo, an online business guru, and today we're discussing high-demand print-on-demand products. We're searching for popular products on Etsy, a popular sales platform for print-on-demand items. So, welcome aboard. Remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. First, let's take a look at the products available on Printify, which is one of the print-on-demand service providers. To assist with the analysis on Etsy, we use the Everbee extension. You can find the links to these websites in the description section. Let's start by checking the available product on Printify. Let's take, for example, the copper vacuum insulated bottle and search for it on Etsy. Everbee will provide us with the monthly search volume. It seems that this product has very low demand, so we will discard it as it lacks demand. However, the insulated tumbler has a reasonable amount of searches. Next, let's test how much demand there is for hats on Etsy and notice that there is surprisingly high demand. Next, let's investigate the demand for swimwear and see if there would be buyers for swim trunks. As we can see, there is hardly any demand, so this is not a very profitable product to sell. Next, let's examine the situation regarding socks and their demand. Socks are searched for almost 3,400 times per month, indicating demand for this product. Next, let's move on to the pet department and investigate the demand for pet products. Let's first try if a pet bandana would be a suitable product for sale. It's not a profitable product, as there is not enough demand. Let's see what the demand for a pet tag is. There are nearly 3,000 searches per month, indicating some level of demand. Next, let's examine if a pet collar would be a selling product. Surprisingly, there are 5,000 searches for a pet collar, making it a product with slightly higher demand. Moving on to kitchen products, let's test the demand for napkins. Surprisingly enough, even napkins have some demand on Etsy. Let's see what the demand for apron is like. It has a little over 1,000 searches per month, so it depends on the competition whether this product is good for sales or not. Let's then look at the situation with tea towel. The demand for these seems to be so low that this is not a profitable product. Let's then move on to the situation with lunch bag. And as we can see, it also has very little demand on Etsy, so we'll reject the product. Next, let's look at the situation with tablecloth. There is some demand for this too, as searches are made over 1,000 times a month. Let's try Table Runner next. There are roughly the same number of searches as with tablecloth. And what about bottle opener? It also seems to have about 1,000 searches per month. Let's analyze the oven glove next. There are only 100 searches, so it's not a high demand product. Next, let's switch categories and see what the demand is for a desk calendar. Surprisingly, there are relatively few searches for these on Etsy, around 500 times per month. Next, let's see how many times bookmarks are searched for each month. These surprisingly have a high demand as they are searched for almost 2,400 times. Let's test the clipboard next. These also seem to have very little demand. Next, let's switch to slightly more traditional print-on-demand products, ceramic mugs. Ceramic mugs seem to have only about 1,000 searches per month, so it may not be a very profitable product to sell on Etsy. Let's take a look at the situation with tumblers next. These surprisingly have high demand on Etsy, with over 5,600 searches per month. This could be a product worth selling. Next, let's move on to the baby department and see what they have to offer. The search term bodysuit has nearly 2,500 searches monthly, but it's important to note that not all of these are baby products. However, bodysuit baby is searched almost 2,000 times per month. Let's try onesie and notice that it doesn't have as many searches as bodysuit. Let's switch categories again and check the demand for wine tumblers. These are searched for over 1,500 times per month, so there is moderate demand. Next, let's try water bottle demand. These are searched for almost 3,500 times per month, so the demand is quite high. Let's try a slightly different product and select candles. As we can see, candles are in high demand on Etsy, so this could also be a good product to sell. Let's see how much demand there would be for a banner. These are searched for about 2,000 times a month, so there is some demand. Next, let's examine the situation with wall clocks. These are not searched for much per month, so this product can be discarded. Now, let's see how the lamps would sell. Lamps are searched for over 3,000 times a month, so here we have a product with surprisingly good demand. And what about a flags? How much demand would there be for that? Flags are searched for less than 2,000 times a month, so it's not a highly sought after product. Let's try next the most traditional print-on-demand product, a t-shirt. These are searched for quite a bit on Etsy, but it's important to remember that there is also a lot of competition. Next, let's test the hoodie. Oops, these are searched for even 7,700 times a month. Surprisingly, there is more demand than for t-shirts, so this could be a good selling product. We'll also test the sweatshirt, and we notice that its demand is good. Now, let's talk about the tote bag. Let's see its demand. These are also searched a lot on Etsy, so here's another product with demand. We'll also test the journal, and we notice that it also has high demand. Let's try to find out what the demand is for the planner, and we notice that it also has a strong demand on Etsy. Let's see how much the bag is searched for, and we notice that there are 6,000 searches per month, so there is a high demand for bags too. This way, we found several products with high demand. The next step would be to analyze the competition to determine if the product is still a good choice for selling despite the high demand. Because if there is a lot of competition and many strong competitors, it will be difficult to make your product stand out among others, and sales won't come if customers can't find your product. Analyzing product demand and competition applies to selling on all platforms, such as Amazon, eBay, and elsewhere. That's all for now. Remember to give a thumbs up to the video and subscribe to the channel if you found this video useful. And yes, the links can be found in the video description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.